It was a tough go of it today for the Las Vegas Raiders in their 13-20 loss to the Miami Dolphins, and there's a lot to take away from this game, especially as we bring you into our latest edition of Standouts and Fizzouts, which is basically everybody's got their own edition of winners and losers, risers and fallers. Ours is Standouts and Fizzouts because players that stood out, and then Fizzouts because of pop. We think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It needs to replace all water, and yeah, it's just awesome. Let us know what you guys drink in the comment section down below. I know pop, soda, whatever you want to call it. Is that Coke, Pepsi, Diet Dr. Thunder, Mountain Dew? Doesn't matter. Let us know in the comment section down below. But overall, this was a rough game for the offense. And I mean, anytime on defense that you can hold one of the most explosive and highest scoring offenses in the league to 20 points, it's a pretty good day. So we're going to start out with the standouts here because we're optimistic on this channel, and we're going to go from there. So starts out with the defense. Again, you let up only 20 points. There were multiple times in which the Dolphins were threatening to score. You stop them, whether it was Isaiah Palomalo on that key fourth and goal stop that really kept the Raiders, it was 4th and 1. Anyway, point is, he made a key stop there that kept the Dolphins out of the end zone and forced a turnover on downs. You got multiple turnovers on Tua and the rest of this offense, and also you got to pick on Tua. So, I mean, 2 fumbles and an interception. If you have 3 turnovers in a game, you should win this thing. But it is what it is. Nate Hobbs had himself a really good game. Yes, Tyreek Hill in some cases got his, but I mean, it's Tyreek Hill. He's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He's going to get his. It happens. So Nate Hobbs went out there and did his thing, stripped that football out there also for the Raiders' last turnover. Isaiah Palomalo had that huge interception to kind of keep the Raiders into it. And again, offensively, it's just so frustrating. We'll get into it here in a little bit. But Max Crosby got that sack on Tua Tagovailoa, also was everywhere, constantly creating pressure and just making a lot of huge plays and stops that led to Dolphins punts. And it is what it is. They need to be able to get more pressure from opposite of him. Robert Spillane, to me, has been a huge addition for the Raiders this season. I mean, he's been fantastic if you ask me. I understand that, in pass coverage there's a lot left to be desired, but I mean, the guy had 13 tackles. He was everywhere. I think also was in on that fumble there early in the game to get things started off there. Luke Masterson forced that fumble to give the Raiders the football and allow them to start up 3-0. Devontae Adams finished the day with 7 catches for 82 yards, and that touchdown from Aiden O'Connell. Things look good with Devontae Adams and company for the most part. But again, we'll get into the offense here in a second. Jacoby Myers, it did take him a little bit to get going. 4 catches, 49 yards. It is what it is there. But overall, he was a guy that you expect a little bit more of, but it is what it is. Also, Michael Mayer is continuing to be that dude on as a tight end. 4 catches, 46 yards. You also had Hunter Renfrow on this list. 5 catches for 42 yards. Had a big time catch there late in the game to kind of give the Raiders a little bit of a spark. They couldn't capitalize on it, but it is what it is. Trey Tucker, he has a role in this offense. I just have no idea what it is. I understand that you've got all these different playmakers on all the different sides of the football, but I mean, we got to find a place for this kid to be able to go out there and do his thing. So Trey Tucker's there. Daniel Carlson, it's crazy that one of my teams, like between my Vikings and Raiders, my Raiders have a really good field goal kicker. It's almost like he came from the Vikings or something, but he's solid. I just love me some Daniel Carlson, the way that he just goes about his business every day. He's a professional. He's an all-pro. There's nothing else you need to say about the man. First half, Aiden O'Connell. So, yes, he did throw that interception. That was kind of a bonehead play to Jalen Ramsey. But overall, he was pretty solid. That touchdown pass to Devontae Adams was nice. He had a couple of big-time throws, down the field and all that. So, I mean, overall, it was pretty respectable. So, first half, Aiden O'Connell was great. As far as fizzouts, the rest of it. So, Aiden O'Connell, overall, you are in a position to be able to have multiple possessions to score a touchdown and win this thing, and you don't, or at least tie the game, and you don't do that. You throw 2 interceptions there in the second half. It doesn't get done. Offensive play calling. You have multiple third and short and fourth and short situations, and you elect to go for a longer pass. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. The run game. Josh Jacobs finished the game with 14 carries, 39 yards, and you ran for 36 yards as a team. That includes Aiden O'Connell, 3 yards and -6 yards from Trey Tucker. Not great. Marcus Peters got shredded against Tyreek Hill, especially on that first touchdown there for the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill coverage. I mean, I understand that, again, Tyreek Hill is the man. He's one of the best wide receivers in the entire league, but 10 catches, $146, and a Teddy. I mean, He's going to get his, but you got to be a little bit better than that. The Tyree Wilson face mask that kind of led there to that Dolphins, that extended drive there. You got to be able to be under more control, set that edge, and make a play in the running game. It is what it is there. The pass rush, I mean, other than Max Crosby, who had a sack, he's got 10.5 now on the season. I mean, you got to be able to make more plays. We got to be able to generate more pressure, more stunts. It is what it is there. Also, pass protection. It's just so much left to be desired. It's just so much left to be desired, especially when Aiden O'Connell, he was only sacked a couple of times, but he was pressured on multiple of his snaps. Whether it was, when he had Trey Tucker wide open in the flat there, he got kind of disturbed on that play, if you will. I think it was Phillips. But then you also had the play where he threw that pick to Jalen Phillips, where it was, okay, he's almost going to get sacked by Christian Wilkins. He's got to make better decisions. It is what it is there. Now, I'm not going to rag on Aiden O'Connell overall. Not a great game for him. He needs to make better plays. He needs to do a lot of different things better. He needs to make better decisions. But overall, he had no running game. He had very little help along the offensive line. He was getting pressured all day. And overall, he had your team in a position to win and just couldn't get it done at the end there. So I'm not happy about this, but overall, Aiden O'Connell, you don't necessarily give him a pass, but you understand. But they've got to be better. This entire team has got to be better moving forward but let me tell you something. It doesn't get any easier than this. You've got the Chiefs twice, by the way. You've got the Chargers. You've got the Vikings. You've got the Broncos again. So the rest of this remaining schedule is not great. You've got to be able to step up. If you want to go on a 6-game winning streak against some of the best teams in the NFL, you got to really pick some things up, and it starts with Aiden O'Connell in this offense. But overall, I think that this is a loss that you need to kind of regroup a little bit, and we'll see how the Raiders do respond. But hey, let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, all that wonderful stuff. But at the end of the day, let us know what you guys think about the Raiders standouts and fizzouts against the Miami Dolphins. Oh, and let us know what you guys drink in the comment section down below. Is it Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, that Diet Dr. Thunder? What kind of pop or soda do you guys drink? And like we said, just let us know what you guys think.